Ric Flair's absolute dream is to go out in the middle of a wrestling ring. That to him, that is the perfect story for the end of Ric Flair. That is the perfect final last chapter. He died in a wrestling ring. I really believe that's what he wants, Chris.
Ric Flair wants to return. Wants to return for another match. He said this on a Chris Van Vliet podcast, which I listened to when I was working out. Actually, it was a pretty interesting listen. So this is what he said. He said, "I want to wrestle again right now." So the context of that was, he was talking about the last match, and he said his condition's great. He said that he's pain free, which is really interesting. He said a lot of people get jealous about that. And he has no pain. He wakes up with no pain. He says he smokes a little bit of, Mary J, if you will. And he said it's not for the case of pain. And that was one of the things that he, Chris thought it was for, but no, he just does it, just to do it. And so he said he's pain free. They were talking about the last match, Wrestling Now, is there one more match was posed? And this is what he said. He said, "I want to wrestle again right now." Isn't it crazy? I feel like because Ricky Morton, the guy that I should have chosen for my last match, would have been great. Ricky Morton is still wrestling. What the best thing for me about it is I forced myself to really get in shape. And he talked about how he would do 3 hours a day and to do like lots of cardio and ropes and stuff like that. And so let's start off with Vince Russo. Should he wrestle with a pacemaker? And the fact that he still wants to wrestle a match, his old promo that he said back 20 years ago, "I will never retire." And that is definitely what we're saying right now. Ric Flair does not want that itch to go away.
Bro, let's just face it and be honest. Let's call it what it is, okay? Ric Flair's absolute dream is to go out in the middle of a wrestling ring. That to him, that is the perfect story for the end of Ric Flair. That is the perfect final last chapter. He died in a wrestling ring. I really believe that's what he wants, Chris. I really do. And listen, man, bro, he can go out and do whatever he wants. I mean, it doesn't affect me one way or another. But I'm telling you, bro, I honestly believe that is his fairy tale ending. You know how, bro, listen, musicians have died on stage.
Sure.
And like that was Tiny Tim, man, who I love and adored, died on stage. And there's something about being a legend when you die doing what you've loved to do. Yeah. And I swear, bro, I honestly believe that is somewhere in the back of his mind.
Well, Vince, it appears heroic. It's that type of psychological effect of the hero dying his last final battle, still dying as a hero, and that's what he's going to be known as.
It's and so remember the wrestler Randy the Ram?
Randy the Ram.
The end of the movie.
Yeah,
I mean, that's it. I mean, that's what it is, bro.
Yeah, he wants to die the hero, and that's the psychological effect that Ric Flair still has, and that's the thing. I mean, like Ric Flair and Richard Flair are two different people, and he doesn't even know who Richard Flair is. He's even admitted that in documentaries. Yeah. And the fact that he wants to die, wants to wrestle again, to your point, Vince, shows that this is all he has. So I might as well just keep wrestling because I don't know who Ric Flair is. And so therefore I'm going to keep styling, profiling, and I'm going to get the thrill of the crowd and the adrenaline with the woos and all that. It's like a drug. It's infectious. EC3, you can attest to that, I imagine.
For sure. And there was actually, this is a super small scale compared to Flair, but like today after the match, like I really felt the adrenaline come down. and I sat there and I was having so much fun working and performing, whatever. I sat down and I just got sad because it's done for the day. And I'm like, that's great, but super unhealthy. Well, I don't know. I think it's Batman. You know, you die a hero or you live long enough to become a villain, right?
Yep.
What Vince says about his dream is probably to go out in a ring. That's been a running joke. That's not really a joke for about 20 years now, too. Like, it's been said forever.
You can't say forever without saying the Sandlot.
Forever.
Bingo. Yes.
I hung out with Flair. He was doing a energy drink autograph signing, like near my hometown. So, shout out Woo Energy. It's awesome.
Is it good?
I don't want to say it was actually good because I hate when people go, it was actually like you're expecting it to be bad. No, but it was phenomenal. I'm like, well, I thought, I thought I was getting into rap snacks or something.
Interesting. I'm not an energy drink guy, so I mean, I'm open to taste it though. So
I don't think it has high caffeine, but the mushrooms, like, it tasted good. Anywho, like, dude, he's at peace when he's being Ric Flair, not Richard.
Is he really?
He's like totally, like, you just see him, I don't know, like, he beams happiness and energy when he's on. And the one thing, like, do we want to see this match? Should he do it? I can't say that. But what I can say is Ricky Morton versus Ric Flair in this state, in this day, I'd love to see what they do just so they can prove to every aspiring wrestler or current wrestler how to do this. Like they can probably tell an amazing story, and they can, they're 70. Like, that would be, just proof of concept that the stuff that works still works, and here's why. Now that we know what works, stop, trying to change it. You can evolve it, but the basics remain the same. Hero's journey, right? Never changes. So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.